For fuck's sake, I am moving the pen against a stylus brain. You can begin to process externally for a while, spinning delight and love out of a spectacularly hard day that began with shitting the bed. I was not in a rush to tell anyone that I cleaned all I could, went to therapy, realized officially I need to plan for being left hanging like her curtains in my loneliness. Only the breeze just can't reach me, or it. Reasonably, I put blankets down. It's mostly clean, and I can maybe coax some help out of someone Friday, but I am feeling defeated by my solitude. When even this moving pen cannot fully counterbalance the screaming in my skull. At least it's not thrashing around, pretending to be more than a thought, wearing trauma as brass knuckles. It is so much easier to avoid being punched when I can find enough peace within the whirling of mind and heart to realize none of it's real for anyone but me. And I have the truth of this humbling, undignified breath that I have fallen in love with the undulating light and ones and zeros, creating a cave wall where I can leave this poem in the darkness of my pain to testify. Here, too, is beauty and loving. I forgive the whirlwind and how the body cries out in horror at this pain. And that no one will help. I've tried so many times. No wonder they lost confidence. Oh, this is what crisis feels like now. The electric lava that screams so loudly leaks out my ears, pools behind my cheekbones. My neck, stuffed with glass, has finally given way and melts with actual sound barely audible from this hybrid of tinnitus and hell. Crisis means that the nice, sweet distance that usually exists between the source of this glorious, vague poetry is right the fuck inside these eyes, very much stuck with the howling loneliness, dizzy inability to lift my goddamn head. Oh, fuck, it hurts to have eyes in my head, much less use them. And the tears have grown suspiciously thick, but even my eyeball flattening out without fluid inside would not get me treated by the local ER. I tried, because that is a job for a specialist who says, fuck the MRI, the CAT scan was cool. You obviously don't understand the pain scale. I am right the fuck stuck in agony and in feels, and my eyeballs burn from dryness. The goo is not fixing, and I am finally reduced to laying on shitty sheets again. My body aches for food like my limbs do for a lover, but if I eat when this dizzy with the gastroparesis, it will cause violence out of both ends. And I am already past the 10. This is what crisis feels like. This is the intensity of suffering that, when let loose in conversation or art, everyone recoils. Surely she must want to die. Surely if she seeks to lose an eye, she must have knife poised, ready to open all the veins. This is why they tried to have me blue papered. This is why I am utterly alone. When I argued passionately while my fucking eyeballs... Sorry. This is why I'm utterly alone. When I argued passionately while in my fucking eyeballs, these words scraped off my ribs. That yes, this is agony, and I am terrified that I will die, even though all anyone would see is the pile of blankets with an arm extended, furiously scribbling on the glass would stop. Even here, Heather, in the midst of crisis, I could give you a list of valid, provable reasons why I cannot reach out to anyone I know. Medical neglect aside, and at this breath, that is an enormous amount of needless suffering to shelve. Quite literally, if anyone I have ever met could bear holding me when I cannot avoid how much the trauma I have to digest was totally unnecessary, avoidable, almost done as a whim by people who swore they loved me. They never let me know. And the successes I have had in begging for help or humanity when I am up in my eyeballs like this is why my phone is off. And I am staying off the fucking line until this process is complete. And honestly, I'm 3/4 of the way there. I love cursive beyond reason. My life would have been so much harder if I had not fallen in love with language as I did, but I've grown vague and imprecise. So drunk on my love for creating, for being able to fully feel my gratitude and delight at how writing gives me the hope or delusion that someone someday will see what I have fallen in love with. Someone so hopeless and weird that she had to cling to how these undulations could become words, and those that can unfold from verse. Oh, that this alone, well, I'm not fully sober. There has been some marijuana in the hopes I can delude myself into eating. But that this and medicating can become counterweight so strong that I can build enough space between the screaming and this essay to actually stop writing and live in the sad, forgiving peace carved out of a really shitty day. My eyeballs burn from relative safety. I hold the loneliness and unmet need as I do pain, as compassionately as I can, while doing harm to no one, especially me, because I am alone in trusting, valuing, and enjoying myself. I am alone loving. I am loving alone while I keep breathing. Ah, the time has come, crisis or not. I will pass out if I don't at least drink something.